Right, today we are talking about Orange Zest, and I'm probably going to tell you more than you ever wanted to know about it, but Orange Zest is actually a wonderful ingredient, and if you're not used to working with it, give this stuff a try and you're going to be amazed at how much flavor you're going to be able to get. So, zest, what is it? Zest is small pieces of just the outer rind of a citrus fruit. So you can do lemon zest, little tangerines, you can use grapefruit, although I don't think I ever have or would want to. Lime zest is an awesome thing to use, and you zest it because a lot of the oils that are in the skin on the very outside are incredibly flavorful. So you can get a lot of flavor out of juice, but not anything close to what you can get if you learn how to zest and work with that. So there's a couple of different ways to do it. Now, in theory, you could use a little paring knife and just take out, microscopically thin little strips if you wanted to. I don't think I've ever been that dedicated. I really, I love zest of all kinds, but I don't want it that bad. But there's a couple of tools that make it super easy to use. Now this, can you get that? That is a zester, right? You'll see a lot of these used for cocktails. A lot of cocktails use zest. And I don't think my camera is good enough to capture this. We're going to try in a second. But when I do this, you may see little tiny droplets of the oil actually come off of the fruit. A lot of cocktails are done that way with super fresh zest in order to capture those little droplets of oil. So if you have an awesome bartender, that's what he's going to be doing. So this is all you do to use a zester. You're going to see that one side of it almost has little tiny blades and one side of it is flat, right? Does that even show? It's hard for me to see and I'm in person. Turn it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, flat, bladed. Yay! That's all there is to that. Okay, now tougher, firmer fruits are easier to zest with a zester than softer fruits like the tangerine. Tangerine was a little difficult, but all you do is draw. Oh, I see the oil. Can you see it? You just draw it right across there, and you're going to get these little tiny pieces. And that's what you use to cook with. You use it in baking, you use it for cocktails, you use it to make sauces. Orange chicken uses zest. That's how you get that super popping citrus flavor, is zest. Now, that's one way to do it. That's my little zester. Ta-da! Second way to do it, and I actually bought. Oh, here, look. Do you see the little, let me get it under the light. You see the little bits of the orange oil that came out? Can you get that? Are you getting it? You're not getting it? Oh, I need a better camera. Yay, I'm gonna buy a better camera. Now, okay, so, far more useful tool in the kitchen, right? This is a Microplane grater. I use this for all kinds of things. Matter of fact, I have used this so much. Check this out. I've used it so much, I ordered a new one, and the new one hadn't come yet. I ordered a new one because all these little tiny blades have now become flat because I've used this for so many years. Use it for nutmeg, use it for grinding cinnamon. I do zests with it. It's perfect for grating garlic and grating ginger. I use this silly little thing all the time. So when I'm doing zest, if I'm making oh, I got the best orange cake recipe. And you need a ton of zest for that. So if I'm making zest, chances are I'm going to reach for this thing. And this is all there is to it. See? Boom. Orange zest. Yay! Do it again? They can hear you. They're gonna know you're there. Like that? Is that much better? All right. Here is something I want to bring up. Actually, let me go a little bit more so you'll be able to see. When you're making orange zest or citrus zest of any kind, you only want the very outer edge of the skin. And if you've cut into a piece of citrus fruit, you've got that white part that shows up. Where's the knife? Have I got a knife? Hang on a minute. This. Okay. So you can see you've got the ring right here. That's actually the skin. This white part is incredibly bitter. That's called the pith. You do not want to have the pith in whatever you're cooking with the orange zest, right? You don't want that. So when you're zesting, where's the little part I did? You want to stop before you start incorporating any of that white part right there. You don't want that. Okay, now, Kinsley, eat that orange. Now what do you do if you don't have a zester or a microplane grater? Haha! I love double duty tools. That is what your box grater is for. And you've got two different ways to do it. It's a little more difficult, I have to say. A little more difficult to do it with a box grater, but you can. So you can either use this. This is going to take big pieces off, like the zester does. Or you can use this. The only thing is you're going to have to scrape the zest off, right? It doesn't fall off like it does with the zester or the microplane grater. So, hang on, clean plate. Still super easy. See? And then on the small side, most of the time, most recipes will call for the zest of a single piece of fruit. So you'll get either a tablespoon amount, which is about 1 lemon, or your recipe will say, see, that's what I was talking about. You got to come in here and pull it off right there. So you'll get a tablespoon amount, or you'll say, the recipe will say the zest from 1 lemon or the zest from 1 orange. So, and you can see the different tools that you use are going to give you a different moisture content. You're going to get, from a box grater, you're going to get a very, very wet zest. From the microplane grater, less, and almost a dry zest if you use an actual citrus zester, right? Ta-da! Like I said, there's probably more than you ever wanted to know about orange zest. But there it is. Now you know you can use a zester, you can use a microplane grater, which is my favorite thing because you can use that for so many other things. Or you can use just a plain old box grater if that's all you've got to hand. So there you go. Orange zest.